Hey, maybe that's a better vibration we need. I'd say that separated pretty well. Okay, now look where all the black sand is. Well, thank you, separator. Okay, I'll finish cleaning this up. But yeah, you get it to a certain point and then it'll work for you. So dry is the trick. I've tried it wet and had the same thing happen, but that was a lot better. So do it dry. Hey, welcome back to Mental Activity. Dale here. If you're new to the channel, you probably, well, obviously you haven't seen this 12-volt vibrating motor I put together to separate the black sand and the gold. Works pretty good. And then I've got a mocked-up trick for you guys to show how gold acts. I mean, it's mocked up, so it's not exact. But I had a band ask for a waterfall, some logs, a river. So I tried to mock all that up for you. So here it is. So I hope you guys enjoy this and learn something. I know I learn something every time I use it. So come along and we'll see how this gold acts. Okay, I have 2 full buckets to run through here. And this is on our same 5-bucket test. Same sand, same area. All right, first scoop. See how long it takes to get down here. That really slows the water flow down. We're getting some sand right now. So, okay, that was just a 1/4 cup scoop. We'll get that built up a bit and then we'll take that stuff off so we can see what's going on. I just thought of something. We have 2 waterfalls. It's really churning down in there and putting everything in the middle. Okay, we're going to let that run out for several hours. Okay, let's take one more look at this without the water running. Okay, here's our little waterfall. And then I tried to make a river through here. Which worked out really well, I think. So we've washed out all the sand overnight that would wash out. So I hope this answered your question on this, giving it a little river and a waterfall, ups and downs, because it comes up out of here, back down. And then you've got just your big, wide, flat. Okay, let's pull that matting out of there and then examine the sandbars and see where that gold is. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty interesting. Okay, I'll try to make this as least boring as I can. We'll have to go over these kind of fast, but we'll see where the gold falls. Now see, you can see where the river snaked down through there. It still left a trace line. So our inside-outside curves, we'll find out where that gold drops. And I believe this is going to be our hot spot. I'm hoping. Okay, let's clean these rocks out. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and snupper all the water out of there first. I'll bring you back. Okay, we got 90% of that water out of there. So now, where did the gold fall? Unless it all went over the edge. But that's the whole point of this experiment, is to see if a waterfall is even worth messing with. Because unless it dries up in the summertime, you would have to scuba dive. Okay, I see one piece of gold there. That's not very much. Another piece right here. Yeah, there's another piece right there. So is what may happen is the gold be settled down under all that black sand. Don't know yet. Okay, we just want what's in here in the front. Yeah, there's kind of a half pipe right at the edge of this bowl all the way around. And that's where I hope the gold would be collecting. Okay, I hope we learned something about waterfalls here in a minute. Okay, we got our results on the waterfall deal. It's not good. Well, it's good in a sense. You don't have to go looking around a waterfall to find gold because it's not much there. Okay, so here's what we got out of the waterfall right there in the front between the two little streams. It's nothing. So I wouldn't mess at the top front of a waterfall. Okay, here's where we're dumping it. It caught a little on the side here. It dropped a bunch right in there. But notice the line of gold against the edge of the gravel bar. It's where the water first loses its velocity. That's where it drops. And then of course they always say behind a big rock. Well, this is proven true. It's back a little ways, but there's the gold. And then we got this boulder here. And boy, look at the gold in behind that one. And then here's another inside bend. That one is behind the boulder, but see the gravel bar? It's even farther downstream than that. So that's good to know. And now we have another boulder. And there's a little bit of gold dropping out there, but you go back down a little ways and a whole lot more dropped out. Of course, here is a boulder inside bend here. I mean an outside bend. Sorry about that. Outside bend here. And then you go down to the inside bend. And right behind the collected gravel bar, right behind that, look at it, there's where most of the gold dropped. Now this one's an odd one. I'm not sure what to say about it, but there's gold all through that. Okay, now here's something interesting. We got a great big boulder middle of the river, say. And a huge gravel bar behind it. But where did the gold fall out? Now in theory, according to everything else, it should be right along that edge there. But I don't see any. In fact, I still don't. So, did no gold drop there? There's a little spot right. There's a little bit of gold. Now there's a creek I go to that this particular rock is bigger than a dump truck. And it's got a lot of buildup just like that in front of it. Is there any gold there? Well, this shows it did drop. So that might be a place to check. And then of course, top of the waterfall, water's running pretty fast. So not much in the, there's a few pieces dropped out there, but nothing really. Okay, let's move this log out of here. So really nothing under the log, before the log, but just after, it's still kind of washed out in there. You have to wait till it goes around this rock, and then we start picking up some gold. Of course, that's all dead water right in there. Now this side, yeah, there's a whole lot of pieces in there. Look at that. Well, I hoped you learned something, because I know I did. We're going to head out to this one creek, one of my favorites, and we'll use what we learned here and see if we can get some gold. So anyway, I hope you come along on that and see if we find something. Okay, we're down here on a creek. Not sure what it's called. I'll find out when I get home. Yeah, what a gorgeous place to be. Okay, what we learned from our home sluice. Okay, this big rock in flood stage, the water's racing over the top of that and created a dead water zone. And I'm going to say right there where that white rock, I think that's where our test pen should be. These are super heavy. That's a nice big rock. Whoa. I'm just curious if there's any flood gold in this. I know we need to get down lower, but we'll find out in a minute. Well, folks, there's not quite as much black sand here on the creek versus the beach. Hold on, look at this. Hold on. Could it be? Hey, look at this. I think we found gold. Oh, by golly, that looks to me like those are that flour gold stuff. Real small. Hey, this is a first. Now this was just hand panning here, tapping. But look at how the white sand and the black sand separated. That's what we're after. Now, if the gold and black sand would do that easily. Okay, here's our snuffer dump for the collection at the waterfall I made in that big black bowl. It's amazing how little sand will cover gold. Whoa. Okay, there's our gold from the waterfall. So I'll show you where that was collected. Okay, this pan's a perfect example. Down at the end, when you want to clean all the rest of that crap that won't leave, let's see if we can get this to work. It's real sensitive to make this work correctly. You got to have the tilt right, enough pressure on that vibration. And I've done this several other times, and I can get it to separate, but it's quite a chore. I don't know if it's any quicker this way or just pan it 10 times. Okay, here's what we got from our top two mats. This is above the waterfall. Okay, what did we get out of that? I'll be darned. We have a 0.16. Unbelievable. Okay, now this is on our 5 bucket test run. And that is just the top two mats before the waterfall. Okay, so let's do the waterfall next. Now this is out of the waterfall black bowl. All the sand that stayed in that black bowl, we weighed it separate. Then we can get a percentage of what's going on here. Okay, so 0.02. Okay, so 0.03 collected at the waterfall. Okay, now this is what we got out of the bottom mat after the waterfall. And that mat is 15 inches wide with an indicator mat of a foot and 4 feet of matting. So we're 5 foot by 15 inches. Okay. Okay, and that one reads 0.08. Okay, that's just half of the upper mat. Okay. Okay, now I always show my all-time, but I decided today, since I had everything out, cleaning lots of gold, I'm going to go ahead and clean this. I have time, so I'll bring it back. Let me weigh it first. Okay, empty vial. Let's see. Okay, our all-time is 4.60. Okay. Easy enough. Okay, we're going to clean that and see how much we lose. Okay, so this is all the sluice. 5 buckets. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. A little over a quarter gram is on. Okay, I'll work up the percentage and show you that. Now I'm darn. Okay, here it goes. I'm going to do this right here. Oh, look how that black sand is already separated there. Awesome. But you know, that's going to be easier to clean than I think. Look at that, it almost cleaned itself right there. You know, watching that, maybe there's some kind of spinning motion that'll, hey, I'm going to work on that. Okay, that's incredible. I'm glad I did that to show you. I guess there is some bigger stuff in there somewhere. Quite a bit of dirt. So, take a guess. Let me know in the comments. Do you think that's going to be exactly half? I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to say that's going to drop right in half. Okay, then I'll get that cleaned up and we'll take a wait. Okay, let's see if the separator works better when it's dry. I haven't tried it with dry. I'm having a heck of a time getting that sand out of there. So let's see what happens here. Well, everything's jumping around. This might take a lighter approach. Oh yeah, see how that acts now? Okay, it's starting to separate right now. Look at this. Oh, don't do that. Oh my, hey, that's working pretty good. Hey, maybe that's a better vibration we need. Oh, wow. Okay, now look where all the black sand is. I'd say that separated pretty well. Well, thank you, separator. Okay, I'll finish cleaning this up. But yeah, you get it to a certain point and then it'll work for you. So dry is the trick. I've tried it wet and had the same thing happen, but that was a lot better. So do it dry. Okay. Well, let's finish this up and get a weight on her. Okay, folks, it's as clean as I could get it. Okay, so how far did that clean up? 3.39. Okay, what was the other number? All time was 4.60. So yeah, only lost is that 20%? I guess so. Okay, now it's all going back at once. Now is when I'll spill it, right? Oh, jeez, look at this. I spilled it everywhere. You know I would, definitely. At least it's in the, look at that. Okay, I'm going to clean her up. And, okay, there it is, all cleaned up. That looks a whole lot better. Anyway, so our new all-time almost 3 3/4 grams. Not quite. Okay, we'll be back out getting that gold. Hey, you made it to the end. Hey, thanks for watching. This took about 3 weeks. It was a lot of fun building that, and I hope you got something out of it. I sure do. Like you've seen there, we went to the river, down a little creek, and we went right and got some flour gold. I mean, that's what I learned. So we're gonna go back to the creeks. Anyway, I hope you learned something too, and go out and get some of that gold. It's there to get. So anyway, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It really helps a small channel like mine. If you liked it, hit that like button. Anyway, we'll bring you more, and we're going to get back out there and do some solution on that one place. I think there's gold there to be found. Anyway, see you in the next one.